Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking you guys through what I'm doing. I'm trying to do it a bit differently so you guys can actually understand what I'm doing and perhaps understand why I do things the way I'm doing it. So hopefully this will be able to teach you something or you can learn something from it. So yeah, let's get into it. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm doing a relaxer service. And so first of all, the main thing and the most important thing to do is to base the scalp of your client. So as you can see, I'm basing the scalp of my client. So you want to make sure that you're basing every part of the scalp because every part of the hair is getting relaxed. So, I know sometimes some people do it just only in certain sections of the quadrant, but I prefer basing every part of the scalp and I feel it helps a lot in terms of not burning the client because that's also an important thing. Just because it's a relaxer doesn't mean that the client has to get burnt. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just going all over, making sure every part of her skin that I know the relaxer may get in contact with is based. So I use the Affirm system, and just here I'm just putting in some positive link to see what part of her hair needs the relaxer, just to see the regrowth because her hair was in cornrows before. So it's just for me to kind of see where, the relaxer stops when I'm, applying it. So I start from the crown of the hair because I feel that's the place that gets least amount of, you know, burning, and actually it's the most resistant. So we're just relaxing it from there, and as you can see, I'm just going from top to bottom. Also, it helps me a lot in terms of when I'm washing out the relaxer. As you will be able to see, you would understand why I do it this way. So yeah, just me applying the relaxer, being careful not to touch the scalp because the scalp is very, very sensitive. The scalp gets very hot as well, so you need to be very careful when you're applying the relaxer not to touch the scalp. And as I get to the back, I don't relax the hairline yet. So I'm relaxing every part of her hair, not touching the hairline, not touching the scalp as well. So as you're applying your relaxer, always try and remember how you go from section to section. So obviously I'm going from the back, then I go to the left side, and then I go to the right. It just helps in terms of like how you're washing it out and how you're going over the relaxer, as you'll be able to see. Don't you ever tell me that you need money, need money, need money. Oh, don't ever let me go. Please tell me, baby, what you need, what you need. I've been down on my own. Won't even let me show you. So now that I'm done applying my relaxer, I'm just going back over each section, applying the relaxer to any parts as well that I see that I've maybe missed, and then just combing a bit, and then using the back of the comb as well. You want to use it to lay the hair flat, so it kind of it's almost like reversing, because the hair is curled. You want to kind of force it to go a bit straighter. So you're using the back of the comb to really press it down as well. So as you're combing, make sure you're not really touching the scalp. You're combing the hair and not the scalp, because again, as I've said, the scalp is very sensitive, so you want to be careful. And then it's only now that I do apply the relaxer to the back of the hairline, obviously making careful that I'm not touching her skin too much as well. Just always try and be careful so you're making the client feel as comfortable as possible, because again, a relaxer service is quite delicate. You want to be careful. So obviously I've gone through the left side and now I'm back on the right side again, and doing the same thing, back combing as well, and then applying it to her hairline as I said before. So you can see that I'm applying it to her hairline just very gently again, just be careful. And then just applying relaxer as well to any parts that I feel may need a bit more. So, just using your discretion as well. How long you leave the relaxer on depends on, the product, the hair, your client. It just really depends. So we're just rinsing it out now because obviously it's been relaxed. So I'm starting from the back. As I said again, I'm rinsing downwards. So just rinsing from the crown down, and then the left and then the right. So yeah, as same way I applied the relaxer is exactly how I take it off. But I don't call you anymore. better days I see at last. But would you even let me last?
So an easy way to check if your client's hair has been relaxed is just to use the comb as well to see. You just comb slightly and just see if there's still a wave or so. And then if there is, just use the back of the comb to press it down as I'm doing right here. So you just leave it on and then take it out when you need to. So I've just left mine on for about a few more seconds just to make sure that it's straight. And as you see here, I'm going to start rinsing off the hairline last because that's what I relax last as well. So yeah, as I said, just going through the same sections makes your life easier.
Need your love today. Summer's warm, winter's cold. In the spring, call you every day. Don't ever let me go. Please tell me, baby, what you need. I've been down on my own. Won't even let me show you off. Don't you ever tell me that you need money, need money, need money.
So I tend to use lukewarm water to rinse out the relaxer, not too warm and not too cold. So, I think it's quite soothing because I feel their head is always quite hot at this point. So just a bit soothing for the client. And then we're going to add some 5-in-1 reconstructor by a firm. That's the system we're using. And, the 5-in-1 reconstructor will balance out the pH level of her hair because obviously at this point, the relaxer has taken out a lot of nutrients. So we're just kind of putting that back in and then leaving it on for 5 minutes. So yeah, we're going to rinse that out and then we will add some neutralizing shampoo and just shampoo as many times as necessary just to ensure that all the relaxer is out of her hair.
Ade, turn up the volume.
Baby call me for work, so she know want to. She be the one for me, but she know want to. Baby call me for vice, but she know hungry. She be the one for me, but she know hungry. Baby, give me love. Baby, leave me alone. Baby, leave me alone. Baby, leave me alone. Baby, call me pon FaceTime. You know waste time. Buy you for a gamma, you so fine. You know me, I like good things. Baby girl, I'm feeling your waistline. Ferragamo plus Gucci. She know the way to my heart when she calling my number on FaceTime. Baby, leave the pants for another day. Taking over plan in another way. Because your body bad, you dip on me.
So now I'm just going to add some conditioner. I tend to use a moisture conditioner at this point because the 5-in-1 contains so much protein already, so I feel the moisture is just a great way to balance it out. So I'm just using some moisturizing conditioner on her hair and just combing through it, then rinse it out. A head massage is always a good idea at this point because, the relaxer service is quite lengthy and it's a bit, uncomfortable for some. So yeah, this is just a way to stimulate the scalp and make her feel very nice and relaxed. So now that we've done the relaxer service, we can now blow dry. So I'm just adding some leave-in conditioner with some heat protectant, and then we're going to blow dry using a paddle brush. So obviously if she wants more volume or she wants to kind of just go out like that, then in that case I would use a round brush. So as you can see, her hair took quite well to the relaxer, which is nice. Previously she used to use drugstore relaxers. This is the first time she has used a professional relaxer and she was really happy with the result. You have to make sure that with relaxers you're using a professional system because there are a lot of active ingredients that maintain the integrity of the hair. And then you also have to make sure you go to a professional as well just to ensure that your scalp is not getting burned, your hair maintains its elasticity, the hair is not too porous. A lot of things are taken into account when you're having a relaxer service. It's not just about applying the relaxer, it's also about maintaining the health of your hair. This also goes for hairstylists as well. You know, if you're a hairstylist, always make sure you're using professional products for your clients. It's honestly the best way because it has certain ingredients. I know obviously a lot of times professional products are more expensive, but at the end of the day, you should factor that in as well to your price and your costs and everything as a business. So just always make sure you're using the best for your clients. Honestly, they will thank you. They will thank you. So now I'm just gonna trim her hair. So we're just taking a piece of paper to kind of show her how much hair we're taking off. You know, she hasn't had a trim in probably like a year, which is a lot. And obviously, I know a lot of times people are always scared to trim their hair, but you know, as you all know, split ends are not good for your hair. And if you actually see what ends up being taken off, you're just like, wow, that was actually on my head. And it wasn't even a lot. When you look at the floor, it's never ever that much hair because the hair is so thin that there's almost nothing there. So yeah, we're just showing her how much we're taking off. And yeah, I'm gonna trim her hair now.
Baby call me for vice, but she know hungry. She be the one for me, but she know hungry. Baby, give me love. Baby, leave me alone. Baby, leave me alone. Baby, leave me alone. Baby, call me pon FaceTime. You know waste time. Buy you for a gamma, you so fine. You know me, I like good things. Baby girl, I'm feeling your waistline. Ferragamo plus Gucci. She know the way to my heart when she calling my number on FaceTime.
So now that we're done, her hair looks a lot healthier, obviously with the trim, and she's happy with how her hair looks as well with the relaxer. She was very happy as well with the products that I use and everything. So yeah, she's gonna put her hair in a bun and just go like that for like the next few weeks. If you guys like this video, please subscribe, comment, share, and just let me know what you want to see anyway. I'll be happy to do more voiceovers, and now it's a lot easier for me to film, so I'll be doing more hair videos. So see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.